Hey guys, we are here in Gunnison, Colorado. We left this morning from Canyon City, ran up Highway 50. It follows the Arkansas River, cuts through some really beautiful canyons there. When we met back up with the trail, we headed north. We went all the way until we got to County Road 2. County Road 2 cut us over to Guffey. And in Guffey, Colorado is where my Opa and Oma used to live for like 30 or 35 years. I used to go there when I was a kid. Elijah went there when he was a kid. You know, spent a lot of time out there stomping around the 500 acres. We, you know, where the old home site was, the house is no longer there. So it's a little bit, you know, you're a little sentimental. You lost the house, but you know, the land is still there. It's really cool to see around it. Garage. We're standing in what was the garage. When you pulled up to the garage. I suppose. Well, no, this could have been the wall here. So that's parking. Then this was the garage. And then you have parking. So when they knocked this all down, they filled it in with dirt. And then when we left there, we headed back to the trail. We saw some memorable roads where there was one County Road 887. I have no idea exactly where it was. I just remember it being a little narrower, a little bit bumpier, a little bit more technical. Not bad technical, just it was a little bit more playful than just a wide open gravel road. And then also we went up and over Marshall Pass today, and that was a lot of fun. Now, tons of people. So San Isabel National Forest, tons of people. Marshall Pass, tons of people. Campers everywhere. A lot of tent camping, a lot of hard-sided campers. A lot of dual sport bikes. A few side-by-sides, but they actually were not terrible today. The cars, the pickup trucks, all those people would move over and let us on around. The dual sport bikes were having a blast on. We, you know, waved all of them. I don't know if we passed any Trans-American Trail people. We did pass one couple that were pedaling bicycles from Mexico to Canada on the Continental Divide Trail. So if they're cutting across Continental Divide at Marshall Pass, I don't know if they keep cutting back and forth across it, if they try to stay on one side of it. I'm not sure how that trail works for bicycles, but I tell you, they've been going for a month and a half and they look tough. I'm glad I'm on a motorcycle and not on a bicycle. Oh, I need that lens cover.
Oh, yeah.
All right, other piece of information. When we're on Marshall Pass, we stopped at the top and Elijah said, I got bad news. This is the GoPro lens cover that had a rock hit it and it shattered it. Now, nobody in Gunnison sells GoPro things. If we're going to find anything GoPro, it would have to be not until we get to Salt Lake City or somewhere and can go into a Best Buy. What we hear is GoPro sells a lot of stuff direct now. They'll drop ship to you, but we're on the road. We don't even know where to get a protective lens cover from. So what we did is we stopped at a little sporting goods store. We bought something in a blister pack. We're going to try to chisel this glass out of here, take a piece of plastic, try to cut it about that same size, and connect it onto there with some black duct tape and see if we can make it work. So tomorrow when we're filming, we might be filming through a piece of plastic, blister pack, duct taped on. Who knows? Things are starting to fall apart a little bit. You know, you start to see where wear items are. But this right here tells me one thing. I am really, really, really glad we had those headlight protective covers. Supposedly it's hard to find and they can be expensive to replace. The headlights on these new Teneres, you might have to wait for the headlight to come in. So everybody said, well, go ahead and put headlight protective covers on. And I went, well, I'll just listen to advice and all I can do is follow people's advice. And so Elijah was following me when a rock got slung up and broke the GoPro. If that happened with headlights, it would have been something we couldn't just remedy on the trail as easy. It would just had to drive it broken. So headlight protective covers, I would do that every time if you're going to travel 2 up. If you're going solo, maybe you don't have to worry about it, but things sling rocks on these trails.
Yeah.
What was your favorite trails?
So for me, just like the pass over the Continental Divide, that was like just a good feeling in the sense of just like nice like smoothness and everything. But overall, just the paths were great, still good. Like they don't have like there wasn't any mud even when we went on the back road county roads to Guffey. Everything up was just pretty phenomenal trails again. I didn't really have any problems with any of them.
I think going to Guffey, we had a road that was rutted out some and it had not been graded, so we're having to dodge the ruts a little bit, but it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah.
Some cattle guards that were messed up, we had to dodge bad spots in some cattle guards, but really the riding today was great. I would say, you know, for me, if I get the choice between a really, really, really technical trail and one that's just, you know, a little narrower, real flowy, a few bumps to go through, I don't want to have to work too hard. So for me, we had some of that really exciting riding without having to really just wear ourselves out. You know, what's today? Day number what?
13.
Okay, so day number 13, we're getting a little bit tired. Tomorrow night, we make it to Ouray. We're going to spend 2 nights in Ouray. It's not going to be a straight up rest day, but we know we're going to have a little bit of rest, and then we're also going to ride a couple of extra mountain passes that just following the trail straight through wouldn't give us.
Yeah, and also today was 230 miles. That's counting towards Guffey and back, and then also up to Gunnison. It didn't add on that much, probably about 30 miles or so to Guffey, like counting there and back. So it was rather short in terms of miles, but the technical aspect, it wasn't super technical stuff, but it's just still like the curviness still kind of slowed you down while you're going along.
Well, going to Guffey, we had to dodge those ruts and stuff. So pretty much everything we did today was on gravel, and so sometimes it'd be, you know, gravel you had to pay attention to, and sometimes you could daydream a little bit. We had a couple of little rain showers today, just in the afternoon, just some pop-up showers. It was a little chilly, but actually it's nice because things were real dusty, and it probably wet the dust down a little bit.
Yeah, that's all I have to say is that the trails were great. Went to Guffey, and now we're in Gunnison. Just overall, it was a great trip. Like I saw a coyote, or what we believe is coyote,
yeah.
And we saw a lot of picket pins.
It's a small wolf or a coyote. I don't know the difference in coyotes and wolves really, but it was neat. And the deer in the national forest were really, really tame. At one point, there was one just sitting in the dirt beside the road, and cars and people were going by, and it just really didn't spook. So we went through a little town. Was it today? Salida?
Salida.
Went through Salida, around like a courthouse or something where they'd seated with like some ryegrass. Some little fawns were sitting there eating grass middle of the day. I'm talking about 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, sitting there eating grass and didn't spook. So the wildlife is just amazing.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to what more we might see. I'm still hoping to see a moose, but that might be later on down the road.
All right, well, thanks for joining us, and we will get after it again tomorrow.
All right. See you later.
All right. you.